Hi guys, welcome back to Jerusalem's Playroom. My name is Jamika and I want to begin this video first of all letting you guys know that this is going to be adult doll therapy. So I'm praying that who all watching my video are 18 years and older. Again, this is going to be adult doll therapy. I wanted to upload this video guys and talk about Edmund. Um, the reason why I want to talk about Edmund, who is the character from Chronicles of Narnia, and I had this book that I had thrifted years ago titled Knowing Aslan, and then I have this other book titled Narnia Chronology, and it is a very good book with good illustrations in here. I just really love the book, and it has a lot of like little pop-up um things in here, and it's just a really uh good book. And I love this picture right here, the picture of Aslan. So I'm going to move this out the way guys, because I do have a little change that I want to do on Gerard, and I'm going to get into this video. And let's talk. Well, I'm going to talk and you can respond, and you can come in if you want to. One of the things about Edmund was that, first of all, guys, we are all of us have a person in our family who is just like Edmund. Okay. They are defiant. They are just rude. They don't listen to, they just don't listen. They are just disobedient. And as a child, and if you have multiple children, it causes a problem on the parent. Now, all of you have seen the story about Chronicles of Narnia. I want to just get more into Edmund's character. When we are adults, a lot of times things happen in our lives from when we was a child that can cause us to react in a violent way and say hurtful things and do things to hurt other family members because we're hurting. And you can try your best to offer guidance. You can try to offer support. You can do whatever you can to try to help that family member, whether it's male or female. You can do whatever you can to try to help. Yet there are some family members who are just rebellious. They are just rebellious. And no matter what you do or what you try, it seems like it just makes things worse. You can get to a point where you just say, I'm going to make this person, I just said I had enough. I'm not going to be disrespected. And I've said what I said, and I meant it. The thing about Edmund is that the enemy always will reveal himself first to the person who is the weakest or who seems to be a weaker vessel. And what I mean about that is that the enemy will attack that person. And by attacking that person can cause the whole family to just fall apart. But when you're connected and you hear people telling you that there's somebody who could save this family member, you want to try to do what you can to get that family member to be saved. And for those who are not into religion, that's fine. What I mean, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it, I'm just saying you want them to be protected. You don't want any harm to come to them. but yet they are just so rebellious that you see that going on that path is nothing but destruction. Now, they get like Edmund, he ends up meeting the White Witch and she puts things in his ear. There are people who will put stuff in a family member's ear to even make the situation worse, but yet they don't see it. We don't know what that person is saying in their ear. We don't know what they're telling them. All we know is we're seeing signs that this person is not in your best interest. But yet that person, that family member who's like Edmund, doesn't want to hear. He just feels, or he or she just feels like they're the victim. They're being hurt, and everybody's against them when they're not. But that person in their ear is just putting more junk in their ear, not to help them, but to actually clash and make them go against their family because they're hurting. They don't have anybody. So they're hurting and they want you to be where they are because they don't have the love and support that you have. And they're jealous of that, but you can't see that. And that's why in that previous video where I was telling y'all, I posted the picture of Lionel with um, Thundercats, give me sight beyond sight. So when I say give me sight beyond sight, I'm talking about being connected to the Creator. So anyway, sometimes God, the Creator, will get to a point where he will make it where that person won't listen anymore because they are defiant. They're not, he will harden their heart just like he did Pharaoh. He does that so that, and he will make things happen so that that person can't go to nobody but him. He will help, but he'll harden your heart. So when you see that, it hurts as a parent, as a sister, brother, whatever. But you got to let God do his work and just pray for protection. Now, in the movie, I'm going to pan my camera down, guys, and I hope my phone doesn't fall off because I got to get a new thing for my tripod. So here we go. I got some stuff right here. Let me bring it a little closer. Okay. So I have this little onesie here with little dinosaurs on there, and it got blue in it, but that's okay. And I'm going to put him on this cute little top that I have, and everything is mix match, guys. So I'm just going to put this on him, and then I have a little black hat, and I have some socks here. Thought I had some colorful socks, but I don't. Some green socks, but here is Gerard. So let me go ahead and change him out of this shirt. And this onesie right here is really small. Newborn. Sometimes when I find the newborn onesie, some of them seem like they say newborn, but then to me it's like they could be like preemie size. And I got my glasses this time for the video. So anyway, guys, people are hurting. They don't understand what's going on. And you can try your best to tell them and to lead them to God, to the Creator. And, you know, do it all you can. And they say they know God. They tell you they know God. So when they say that, it's nothing you don't debate with them. You just say, okay. But it's like all the time they keep coming to you with the same problem and the same situation. And in the video, my previous video, guys, that I posted walking the 8th mile, I had said sometimes we go on the battlefield and we don't have to. We don't have, I mean, sometimes you don't have to go on the battlefield. sometimes you can just move. You don't have to go on the battlefield all the time. The battle's already won, so why you want to go fight? Why are you going on a battle to fight and you don't have to? So I'm not disappointed. And guys, this is family situation. And I'm just sharing this with you guys because with movies I always get inspiration. And in the movie, it's like sometimes your family member can put the whole family lives in jeopardy. Yes, Edmund was in prison, he was captive, he was going through all this stuff because of the choices that he made. So that's what his punishment was. But look at what his sisters them had to go through to just and his brother had to go through to try to save their brother. God used spiritual guys, and I'm saying spiritual guys because that's where your beaver came in, Mr. and Mrs. Beaver. You had the other animals that were telling the children about a prophecy that they never heard about. They didn't know what it was about. Well, they were telling them about a prophecy, and they were saying, well, the only person that can save your brother now is Aslan. So come on, let's go find Aslan. Come with us. It's a warfare to be going on. And um, Susan was like, we didn't come here to fight in the war. See, people, we are in a spiritual war. Whether you want to fight or not, and I know I just said something about you don't have to fight, you don't. But just because you don't go on the battlefield, that doesn't mean the war is not still going on. It's still going on to the point that it is affecting you and your family. I'm putting on his little clothes here to get him situated so we can get him dressed because it's cold outside. But anyway, they end up finding Aslan and told Aslan what happened. And Aslan was like, well, that makes it even more difficult because it's your brother. You love him. But Aslan didn't go into he equipped them, told them what they had to do, and they got their brother back. Now, when they got their brother back, the scene was Aslan. The camera panned to Aslan and Edmund talking. It was just them two. Nobody was around because Peter came out and the centaur. I think that's the name of it. Peter came out and the centaur just looked up where Aslan was at. Notice he looked up. And Peter looked up. See, Aslan was up on the mountaintop. So Edmund had to go up to the mountaintop to have a conversation with Aslan. And even in the Bible, if you hear about Moses, all of them, somebody going up onto the mountaintop. Because see, sometimes you're going to have to get high. You got to go to God. So Lucy came out because she was happy to see her brother. And she shouted, Edmund. And then when Aslan and Edmund looked down and saw the sisters and the brother, Edmund started walking down to the sisters and brothers. And Aslan, with his loving self, said, what's in the past is in the past. We don't need to talk about this anymore. Ain't that so awesome? Don't stop fighting for your loved ones who rebel, who say things to hurt you, who do things that just breaks your spirit. You keep praying for them and don't give up. Even though you know that somebody's in their ear and they're telling them a lie and they're listening and causing problems. Don't you give up. Lucy and Peter And Susan didn't give up on their brother. They loved their brother. And they went to fight. They went to war to meet. They went through a lot. They could have died trying to save their brother. People are hurting. They don't understand. And we can make it. We can encourage one another. Sometimes it's not all about money. Sometimes people just need a listening ear. And we talk about COVID, but nobody talks about mental health. Nobody has the answers, but Aslan had the answers. God, the creator, has the answers. You just ask him in your heart and he will come in, but he can't come in. Edmund had to go to Aslan. The beaver said, we got to go to Aslan. I am the way, the truth, and the light. No man come to the Father but through me. I upload these videos and I try to tell you guys, and I don't know who's going to watch, and it's fine. I read the comments. Some comments are negative. I just delete them because I say to myself, people are hurting, and whoever writes those negative comments, they hurt, and I pray for them because that's what Jesus do. I told myself that I was going to follow Jesus. There was a song that says, I'm determined to live for Jesus. Yes, I am. I'm determined to walk with Jesus. Yes, I am. Through hard trials and tribulations, I'm determined. I was singing that song in church, and I had to ask the Lord to forgive me, because when you say you are following Christ and you saying you are going to be a Christian, you have to go through some things that are not easy, that are not easy. You have to keep smiling and going on and being persecuted because you said you're going to do these things for Christ. If he went through this, what makes you think you're not going to go through it? He loves us. He loves us. God loves us. I can't watch the news anymore because here in my state in Alabama and Jefferson County, there's so many killings going on. And my heart goes out to these mothers of these young men. And when you have a young son yourself, you try to protect them because you hear the paramedics and you hear the police, and you try to make sure your son is safe. You want to know where his whereabouts, because you never want to get that call. I don't have anything to offer. It's so many. I just wish I can just go to Coca-Cola and just buy a case of water. I mean, like a pallet of water. So every time that somebody passes away or son, I can just take some water, because that's all I can offer right now is water. But I don't even have the funds to do that. It's so much going on. So what I'm telling you guys, let me finish dressing him. Don't give up on your family member. Keep praying. Keep praying that somebody will help guide and lead him, that the paths will be set, that doors will be closed and roads will be blocked so they can get on the right path to meet Aslan, to meet Jesus. Because that's what we need right now. We need um, make things clear so you can get there. I forgot to put some powder on him. And Aslan, when the White Witch came, I'm laughing, guys, to get out of this. When she came and she told Aslan that it is written that all traitors belong to me. When the enemy went to God and told God about the law and said that all traitors, all sinners belong to him, because of what happened in Genesis. In the movie, they said black magic. And Aslan, he roared and he said, "Don't quote it to me, witch. I was there when it was written." So him and the White Witch went into the tent to talk. Then everybody sat down because they thought it was going to be a war right then and there. They thought it was going to be a war. And then Aslan said she has renounced her, don't get me to quote her wrong, but she's not going to take Edmund. And then she said, "How do I know you're going to keep your promise?" And he roared, like, "I'm not a liar like you." That's what Aslan was telling. Aslan, Jesus is telling the devil, "I'm not a liar like you. I hold truth to what come out of my mouth." So in the movie, Edmund and his sisters and brothers, they fought in the war. But they went to war before because Aslan was gone. Aslan laid his life down just like Jesus laid his life down so that we can be redeemed back to God. It's so deep. And when you get into the study of it, it's really deep. Don't give up on your family members. Don't give up on your daughters. Don't give up on your sons. Y'all, we got to pray for these children. Let's pray for our communities. Let's pray that we can be led back to Jesus. Let's pray that we can be led back to compassion and love. I know y'all see it. People are just mad, and it's some things going on that they don't understand. And I can't say it here on this platform, but I work at a hospital, guys. It's not getting better. It's getting worse. And I don't want to say, because if I say what I say, y'all would tell me, well, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a doctor, but I know what I see with my eyes. And I cry. And it hurts because you want to tell people the truth. But because you don't have a medical degree or you're not a nurse, people won't listen to you. So, there are things that's going on, and truth will reveal itself. But I'm asking you right now, guys, love is going. We got to be there to help people when the truth come out. We got to help them because we were all lied to. We got to help each other. We gotta come together and help each other as much as we can. Okay. So anyway, Aslan laid down his life with the song we used to sing in church. He sacrificed his life for my liberty. Thank you. He sacrificed his life for my liberty. That's the song we used to sing. The kids used to sing at church. There's no children at church anymore. Here it goes. I had bought them some pants to go with this hat, but I don't know where I put it. So, moms, dads, y'all dress y'all babies up warm, okay? Now he has on uh, as you can see, he has on a t-shirt, and he has on this fleece top here. So if you're going out, you can put a coat on him, guys, but don't. If you're gonna take him out like this, get him a good thick blanket. He should be fine if you're just going to the car. But if you want to put a jacket on, you can, but take it off, because if you get in the car and you turn the heat up, you don't want him to overheat, okay? So anyway, here is Gerard. I got squirrels and stuff. Birds. I got a bird nest or something I am. So here is Gerard. I don't have a dinosaur pacifier. Just got this little one with this little turtle. Here we go. So anyway, guys, going back to the story, watch it when you can. You're just gonna have some family members that's gonna rebel. They may be into drugs. The women may be into drugs. They may be into some other things, guys. If you can just pray and show love, that's all we can do right now. Is pray and show love. What is done is in the past. You can't go back and change what is done. You got to go to the future. If you are being disrespected, you don't have to put up with that. And you can set your boundaries and let people know that you love them, your family members. You can, hey, some people just like, I'm done. I've even said that I'm done, but I care. I still love. And it's so easy. It's so easy to be strong and be like, I don't tolerate this from people. But when it comes from your family, it hurts. It's a difference when it's from people you love, and when people you grew up with and people you know, when they betray you in your family, that's a different type of hurt. It's a difference. I think about King David with his son Absalom, and what Absalom did. That's your son, and your son did these evil things. I think one of his sons raped his sister. It hurts. But we got to get through this with love, guys. We got to get through this with love. And I pray, I watch your channels all the time. I know we do these videos for these, with these dolls. And like I said, this is therapy for me. That's why I'm up here in the room this morning. But I just wanted to let y'all know, don't give up. Don't give up on your loved ones. Keep praying for them, that they will be led to Jesus. That they'll be led like Edmund, Susan was led to Aslan. Because they didn't know, according to the movie, they didn't know who Aslan was. They was led to Aslan. And so once they was led to Aslan, Aslan equipped them. And we know that the White Witch was defeated. We know what the power of God can do. We know what the power. They say prayer changes things, and it does. Prayer changes things and changes people. But we gotta pray. But sometimes people have to go through things. So if somebody commit a crime or whatever, and they have to do the time, that's not on you, parents. You did your best. We just got an adversary here who gonna try to do whatever he can to attack our kids. But you can still love. You can get support groups. You can love. But what goes on behind that walls, we can't control that. We just gotta pray that God will put godly people in these places. I work at a hospital, and I keep telling y'all that if you can, if you got somebody to work, you got a family member, y'all try to rotate. The nurses can do so much. You try to rotate and help out. I know that they're in the hospital, but if you got a family member in the hospital, they got to go to the bathroom. Ask the nurse if you can help them get up. They're going to be okay. You can help them. We need all the volunteers and help that we can get. But they're not going to tell y'all that we need help. So if you got a family member that can come and stay with somebody, or you can switch shifts, you do that. If you can't stay there, that's fine. And you might could just come through the morning and let them sleep at night and do things like that. Churches, we need help. We need more volunteers in the hospital. If you got a parking, the guys $10. That will pay for parking for a day, and it all depends. So even if you can give $10 just for parking, to pay for parking, or give a gift basket with snacks and stuff in there, because they do have food. But anything that you can do to help, to support and volunteer. If you want to go, you can contact the hospitals wherever state you in and ask them, hey, what can I do? We, right now we need all of our warriors right now, prayer warriors. We need you. I understand we got church. I understand the church building, but guys, we got a ministry in the hospital. We got a ministry in DHR. We got a ministry in the prison system. Dude, we need people in these places. We need them bad. Let's not give up on these kids. Let's not give up on God's people. And I pray, and I'm not sorry that I'm crying. I'm a mother. I'm emotional. I'm a female. So when I hurt, and I try to do everything I can do, and it's out of my power, and I'm powerless, I just got to pray to God for protection. That's all I got to do. It's nothing more I can do. It's nothing more I can say. I just got to ask God to protect. And I had to be careful what came out of my mouth, because I told people they don't know who I am. So be careful with these words you speak, because you can speak a curse. This right here, right now, as of today, you be careful what come out of your lips, out of your mouth. So whatever you want and whatever you're trying to get, this is the time to speak it. Don't give up. Look at the movie Chronicles of Narnia for inspiration. Don't give up on your loved ones. Don't give up. Ask the Creator to send somebody to guide them to Jesus. It might not be you. It might be somebody like the beaver and the foxes and all of these different. It may be somebody you least expect. Who would have thought 2 beavers led them to Aslan? If a dog, so we know a dog can lead somebody to Jesus. If it takes that, that's what we want. Okay, guys, y'all be blessed. Y'all have a wonderful day today. Enjoy your holiday. Thanks again for watching. And let me pull the baby back up here. Again, like I said, this is adult dog therapy. I come here, and thank y'all for listening. I'm human. I have emotions. I have feelings. I hurt, because I'm created to God, and He made me His image. So He cries. He hurts. He knows. He understands. But Jamaica, it's out of your hand. It's out of your hand, Jamaica. Well, anyway, guys, much love from Jerusalem Playroom. Okay, bye, everybody.